I am at my mom's house again because my dad's internet is being terrible again. Yet again. It's not last time this happened, it was just because we had it plugged in incorrectly. And now, but ever since then, I don't know if it started then or what, but it's just been really bad. So part 5 and 6. Wait, what? Notes for part 5 and 6 are all in one. Well, that's very convenient, actually. I wish they were all that convenient. It's all one PDF. So let's do the quiz over part 5. And so we have our quiz over part 5 and 6. Nope. I wonder how long it is. Let's see. Maybe it'll be easy. "19 pages, hey! Not bad. Not bad. Because the other ones were longer in total. In total, they were longer. So, epic. Very good. This is going to be easier than I was expecting. Okay. It's due at 5 p.m. This kind of sucks. So anyways, should have gone to the bathroom first. Very good job, everybody. Did I do anything this morning? I mean, it is easy. Compared, this is my easiest class, actually. This is my easiest class. Because all I have to do is read... No. Well, I don't even have to read the entire 19-page document. Because I can just look for the answers to the questions. All we have to do is this multiple choice quiz that's 20 questions. And read the 19-page document. That's literally it. I wish every class was this easy. Econ 223002. Am I forgetting something? Copy. Or paste, rather. I hate this. Can this just stop? Why? It doesn't go away. It never goes away. Whenever I save it, it's like the pop-up's like, you can't upload the file to OneDrive. I don't even want to upload it to OneDrive. Why is it even there? Push. Oh, no. And I could probably answer like half of these questions without even reading anything. An externality exists. I know what externalities are, so I don't even need to read anything. Alright, so all of the consequences of an activity are controlled by explicit market contracts. False. Harms or benefits are transmitted between people without or outside of market transactions. Maybe everyone is fully compensated for whatever. Nope. The long-run costs of a market activity exceed its portion. So I think it's B. Actually, it's kind of hard. Yeah, I think that's what that means. I'm pretty sure that's what that means. Is there an externality in the summary here? Yep, that's what it is. It's in the summary. So anyways, one is B. Externalities can persist as the result of I don't know. Now, I really wish that it was I could use this Control F to find things, but I can't. So this one he says omit. That's funny. Why would you omit? Okay. I feel like it's one of these points. I'd say it's C. I'm pretty sure it's C. So 2C. 3. Which of the following types of cost is directly dependent on a firm's output rate? This is so funny. We were just talking about this in management accounting. I just spent like hours and hours studying for a test yesterday, and we were talking about this exact thing. This is a variable cost. 3B. 4. Which is of the following expenditures would not be likely to generate sunk costs? Darn it. What are sunk costs? I thought those were just costs that were, you can't like be resold. Oh. That would be B then. That would be B. Okay, the law of diminishing marginal utility. I have never heard of that before in my life, so... Oh wait, I have heard of that in macroeconomics. Epic. Oh wait, no I haven't. I think I heard of something similar to this, but it wasn't exactly the same. I don't know. Anyways, do we have the law of diminishing marginal utility? So it's point number 10. Thankfully he underlined stuff, so maybe I'll be able to find it if it's underlined near the bottom. What the heck is this? I'd say it's under this part. Maximizing utility. Here we go. Something. Where's the law of marginal utility? Law of diminishing marginal utility. Alright, if you were to consider increasing your rate of cookie consumption over the planning period, you would probably report that the marginal utility of this activity would fall with increases in the rate. What does that mean? Oh, so your intensity of preference for it would probably be less than your intensity of preference for 2 rather than 1. The marginal utility of the third cookie would be less than the marginal utility of the second cookie. Satiation. Eating only 4 cookies? Eating 4 cookies is probably enough to satisfy your hunger for the food for several hours. If only that was true. The number is more like 8 or 9 cookies for me. Oh my gosh. Well, it depends on the size of the cookie, really. Six or seven. Oh my gosh. So anyways, what is this question? As the rate of consumption of commodity goes up, the total utility must decrease. No, that's not right. No, this is wrong too, because any commodity in any period, that doesn't make sense either. Because you shouldn't use the absolute terms. I'm not a big fan of none of the above questions. Because then you actually have to... the total utility doesn't decrease. That's not how it works. Wait, what? It says for a given planning period. For a given planning period, whereas this says any period. So I'm pretty sure it's false. I know it seems like a kind of a trick question, or maybe I'm just reading the question too literally, but I'm pretty sure this is still not correct because it says for a given period. I don't know. It's just... it's not really that many points. Which of the following states an assumption that economists make about any person A? What? A never makes mistakes in decisions about spending money. A is not subject to the law of diminishing marginal utility. A always enjoys consumer surplus. Oh, come on. What assumption do they make? I want pizza. Well, wow, I'm already at the bottom? That's 19 pages already? I'm hoping that's just at the beginning here. I'm a little bit confused by this thing here. Why is this a different font? Like, is this something he wrote or somebody else wrote? He's just using somebody else's. Costs. Externalities. This is like an all-encompassing question because Oh, here are the costs part. Oh, it's probably here. It's probably here. It's out of order. I haven't listened to. This one in a while. Here we go, finally. They're acting on rational preferences, their continuous efforts to maximize utility. Oh, that's it. I thought there was more. That's it. So the preferences are consistent and do not show contradiction. That's basically what this is. This was what rational preferences are. So, anyways, as economists assume that people's preferences are consistent and do not show contradiction. It is a measure. Okay, consumer surplus is a measure of how consumers can gain welfare from market transactions. I don't know. Where is it? I'm just going to read the whole section. What? Where is it? Utility. Where's the thing about consumer preference? Surplus, rather. They provide clear gains to all of the parties. It says the gains in my welfare that I'm getting from buying the pizza. See? Yeah. It is a measure of how social welfare can change as a result of government spending. It says we can also use this concept as a basis for estimating whether gains in social welfare may result from government spending. It is possible that it could be zero for certain transactions, right? It could be zero. That's correct. Could be zero. It says usually able to. That's it. That's it. It could be zero. Could be. It doesn't say yes or no to that. It doesn't say yes or no. It just doesn't mention it. It doesn't mention it. Because the rest of the thing is just this. There's nothing else here. Am I missing something here? Am I missing a part? It just says notes for parts 5 and 6. That's it. That's the entirety of it. So it says most. Oh, I'm an idiot. It says I'm stupid and I'm an idiot. It's just implied that if there's a surplus, it's not 0. 7C. Dang. Dang. Benefit cost analysis. Oh, here we go. Eight is A. 9. If I'm paying for good X, the maximum sum I'm willing to pay for X, then that is a sign. Oh. I am receiving no consumer surplus from the purchases of good X. That is correct. C. And the managers of a railroad would be likely to regard which of the following expenditures as a source of variable costs? Fuel. It would be fuel, right? Because the fuel varies depending on how much they're traveling, right? So 10C. Which of the following kinds of costs should rational managers disregard? Sunk costs. Sunk costs. I specifically remember this question from when I was studying for the management. 11 is A. 12. Which of the following statements about externalities is correct? Externalities can transmit either harms or benefits. They can persist because of the cost of... They identify many of the effects... Yep, all of them are correct. 12D. In dealing with the problems created by externalities, we must usually make use of government action to correct it. We must determine the distribution of rights and duties that will govern the parties to the externalities. Public officials must identify the best administrative mechanisms for correcting externalities. It sounds like they could all be correct. They must make choices about the distribution of rights and duties, the administrative mechanism for enforcing whatever rights and duties have been deemed appropriate, mobilization of whatever political power is necessary to give effect to the desired public policies. I'm assuming that's it. I'd say it's 13D. 14. The basic assumption of microeconomists that consumers The basic assumption of microeconomists that consumers always maximize utility What's an ultimatum game? Okay, I'm gonna look that up. Ultimatum games. Epic. 14C. I didn't even have to read it. Whoops. If a person A exhibits the endowment effect, I don't know what that is, so we're gonna have to look at it. The psychologists have found that preference rankings between money and goods can be affected by inconsistent attitudes about getting the goods and having them already. For example, a person A could report that the minimum sum that he would accept to sell a car that A already owns is $10,000. That is, A would prefer to keep the car to accepting any sum less than $10,000. The car is more than. However, it is often observed that the same person reports that the maximum sum it would pay to buy the same car from someone else is only $8,000. This inconsistent behavior seems to show that we value a good more if we already have it. If we value something more if we already have it. Okay. All right, so 15B. 16. A person's A's marginal utility from consuming the marginal utility. Okay, let's look it up. Went too far. Wait. Marginal utility. The expected gain in utility from substituting the 2 cookie for the 1 cookie plan. Well, that's just the example. It's the change in A's utility from a small change in that rate, other things being equal. So 16 is C. Thank you. So 17. The experimental results of ultimatum games suggest many people will give up utility crap. In numerous experienced psychologists have asked two subjects A and B to play the following game. A is given $100, and A must divide and share in any way that A chooses. With B, A could choose to distribute the money equally or to give B only a trivial share. If B accepts A's proposal for distributing the money, then both A and B get to keep the shares specified by A. However, if B rejects A's offer, then they both get nothing. Since B would seem to be better off by getting at least some money from A rather than nothing, the rational utility maximizing decision for B would always be to accept any proposal from A that gives B any positive share, however small, rather than to reject the proposal. And then B is often seen to accept only offers that do not diverge too much from the quality of shares. What? I think it's A. If it's not, then it's kind of a trick question. When microeconomists make reference to a person's preferences, come on. Okay, 8 is B, 18B. Man, this is so easy. What? I think the next one's going to be harder, though. Sacrifice of opportunities to use scarce resources in other ways. $19A. We know that some industrial operation is generating external costs. Dang it. The social costs exceed its private costs. 20C, and I'm done. Good job. Good job. Good job. It only took you 40 minutes. Wow. That's the fastest I've ever done one of these assignments for this class. That was really fast. Wow. Like, this is why I'm saying this is my easiest class. I only have to do 40 minutes of work every 1 or 2 weeks. That's basically all I've been doing for this class. Um. So anyways, go to the McBuy.